some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic, the show we draft our account from Bronze to Mythic, episode 2, draft 2. Make it so. Warp speed. That's how it works in Star Trek, right? Characters just shaking their seats. Like, comment, subscribe, support the content. We're got draft number 2 here. Very excited for this set. Looks really fun. You missed draft 1. It was awesome. Go check it out on YouTube. Let's rock and roll and try and get ourselves a silver. Let's go. Beyond the Quiet.
We are in a completely unknown void.
Wrath. Exile creatures and spacecraft. Kind of a weird card. So this is the kind of card where a lot of times in Limited, so you see a Wrath effect, and most drafters see this and immediately assume this is a bomb. I'm actually a pretty big naysayer of Wraths in Limited for 2 reasons. One, the white archetype is almost always go wide, aggressive, creature-based. It pays out for a bunch of creatures in play. And then the second reason is they are super obvious. We're playing in Bronze right now, sure, but when you play against good players, it is super obvious your opponent has a Wrath. So I'm going to take it here. We're going to give it a spin and try it out. There's some cool cards in this back. I think that one of the ways you want to draft, or when you open a Wrath, you need to think about what your deck is going to look like. And you need to think about how can you make this Wrath good. You don't want to just play Wrath in your like 17 creature usual white aggressive deck. It's going to be, yeah, sometimes you'll be behind, you'll cast it or whatever, but it's often going to be very awkward, hard to get good value out of, and it's going to look really, really obvious when you do have it. So this also exiles Spacecraft, which is kind of weird too. Kind of got like the vehicle one in Aether Drift. So when I draft a card like a Wrath, I'm usually trying to be like a blue-white control kind of deck. I also think it's great in like the green ramp multicolor decks, where you're doing like kind of the rampy stuff and you're ramping. This keeps you alive and you do your thing. So we see here back number 2, Dominion Bracelet, weird Mindslaver rare, which is not great. Eternity Elevator, Umbral Collar Zealot is excellent. Pack's kind of iffy. I'm taking the Wayfarer here. So I think that like my thought process is I want to be kind of green black. You know, I'm not green black. Green multicolor, base green white, splash some stuff, and be a big deck where I spend a few turns ramping and blocking. Opponent needs to kill me because my deck is going to be a go big deck. That's going to cast big 6-drops and all the bombs we splashed, and then we hit him with the Wrath. So it's less obvious, you know? So we get past some pretty good stuff here. We see a rescue skiff, a ship that can return things from the graveyard. We see a Saurian Voidborn, which is a Blood Artist effect. We see Sammy's Curiosity, which if we're going to be multicolor green, seems like a pretty important card. This is a card that I had 4 of in my pre-release, which is really, really awesome. And build my entire deck around it. We've got a Resolve. This is a fight spell. I'm just going to go all in here. In the early drafts, I kind of like to just commit and just go deep. And we're just going to commit to being a multicolor green deck and kind of see how it turns out. These early drafts are the time to kind of learn and figure things out. And that's what we're going to do. So big raid there from Caleb D MTG. If you don't follow Caleb, you are dumb. Caleb's awesome. Great people. One of the OG streamers, owns the night. It's very, very weird for Caleb to raid me because Caleb's usually on late at night. I'm usually on during the day. So big ups to that. Thanks, Caleb. Appreciate it. If you're tuning in, it's Bronze to Mythic. Show I draft my account from Bronze to Mythic. Episode 2, Draft 2. Learning the format. Happy birthday, Caleb! Everyone's happy birthday. That's also going to be a YouTube comment of the day. So we see the route systems here and Melt Shredder's Resolve. This is an ETB fight +2. Or a Plaza Bolt for a shock. I think I like the Resolve better than the shock. I actually like both of these cards, but moving to green, kind of try and be defensive, and we'll see how that goes from there. Not sure. Again, very experimental here. We're going to kind of figure it out and see what we can do here. So here's Starbreach Whale for our little warp action. Happy birthday to me too. Thanks, Caleb. It's yeah, I'm 21 years old today. This is Command Red. There's 4 pips here. All right, thank you very much. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. All right, so back to our drafting. So we see the Brawler here, which is a big payout for going wide. This is what I was saying where white decks where you often want to go wide. Same with the Might. I'm taking the Whale here. Being multicolored, decent payoff, I think. Kind of a cool card. So another Whale. We also see Specimen Freighter. This is a...
Attention alien spacecraft, do you read?
Oh, this, I'm sorry, this is the bounce spacecraft. This will bounce 2 things, be a 4/7. Also pretty cool in a go big deck, honestly. We got a Crasher, some wings, companion, a Grave Ship. This is the Reanimate spacecraft. This card's like in every set, I feel like. So another Whale or Freighter. Freighter's pretty good for like a top end, like bounce 2 things. Good win con also. Let's try it, sure. Again, these early drafts are about experimenting, kind of just trying things out. Breeding Pool. So the biggest problem here is we're seeing almost no white cards. It's not really that much of a problem because if we're going to be a multicolored green deck, we can just cherry pick the best white cards and just kind of not splash, semi-splash. They don't need to be that white. We're also not going to be interested in a lot of the white cards. A lot of the white cards are the go wide, deal X damage for creatures you control, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, take the Breeding Pool here. Breeding Pool is pretty good for our blue-green deck so far. And we see a Light Blade. We see a Biosynthetic Burst. This is a protection spell, but it's not going to look great in our deck. A couple blue cards. I mean, like, this shit's kind of fine. Just a decent blocker. Nutrient blocks, okay. Blue-green is kind of like the land ramp, kind of like landfall, rampy stuff.
I want to know exactly when and where they're going to make landfall.
Take the Technician, sure. That's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean, we're space aliens. It's a miracle we can even speak English.
And we see Big Dumb Idiot, Mouth of the Storm.
Good lord.
It's a big one. Yeah, I mean, this is great for our deck, right? If we're just a big dumb ramp deck, this is a pretty good big dumb ramp idiot. 6/6 flyer for 7 with Ward 2, and it fogs the entire turn. It's not just your turn, it's their turn too, which is huge. So we see one of these counterspell land token cards. It's not great, but maybe okay in our deck. We do see very blue-green. We got a late relic here too, so blue seems pretty open. So this back we first picked a rare. We had a plan for the rare, but we're never like locking in, So I think there's a decent chance we still play this card, even though we got 0 white cards in that pack. That's fine because we can play Beyond the Quiet, some lander tokens, a couple planes. We have Radiant Strike, stuff like that too. So this is a fine card to splash. It's so effective in this kind of ramp deck where you're buying time. So that's kind of cool. So we see back to here another Eternity Elevator.
Too big to be a space.
Again, not actually a spaceship. This is a land-faring building, but whatever. Scour for Scrap. 2 just for artifact, turns artifact, whatever. We got Cryo Shadow, which is great. It's a 1-mana removal spell. We have a Drix Fate Maker, which is a really good card, but not really for us. This is more of like a green-white creature counter stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with Drix Shadow here. I think Strike's pretty cool too, but I prefer a cheaper card, given the option. So, and there is a chance we just don't play this. That's also possible. We're not necessarily going to force this into our deck, so. Disaster. So, Rescue Skiff is passed to us. Another one of his kind of reanimate-y vehicle, which is pretty cool. We got Shieldmate here, a little robot action.
Space robots.
Jammer. Another Resolve. Not going to be awesome in our deck if we are a little more defensive and rampy. The green removal spells that require a creature in play tend to not play well in these multicolor green decks. So I think we're going to take the white card here. I think we do want to play this if possible. We can also end up blue-white control, right? We only actually have like 3 green cards. And, being multicolored green is kind of cool, but not, we're not locked into that. So now you see some green cards that look pretty good. We got some nice ones here. We got the Germinating Worm, which looks awesome to me. We're warping, we're gaining life, which is great. Big fan of this card. We have the Relations, but again, similar problem, where this requires a creature in play to kill some things. I'd rather have kill spells that don't require a creature in play because we're going to be much more interested in that kind of board control stuff. Another Mouth of a Storm is pretty diminishing returns. Second 7-drop is not that exciting. So a couple white cards. Yeah, we'll take the Worm here. And again, I think we're still want to be green. All of our green cards are pretty good. So past Sunset Saboteur, that won the last one. We got a bunch more just like middling blue cards. Shieldmate, Micro Sizer. We do have a Eusocial Engineering, which does actually seem like a pretty sweet card. If we are kind of a slow, rampy control deck, this card seems excellent as a win condition. We still have this card, Final Fantasy, as the Chocobo Station. This card is very dependent on how fast or slow the format is. If it's slow, it's really good. If it's fast, it's not. But I think we're going to try it out here. I think it looks nice in our deck. We should have land tokens, things like that as well. Another whale. We just also see a Code Cracker Hound, though this card is very nice.
30 seconds to warp threshold.
2-1 for 3 EDB draw card is Sibdig Appraiser from 2 sets ago. Was probably the best blue common. This you could also warp and get another card off, which is great. So I love the whale here. I think whale's excellent. But yeah, I think this is a pretty easy hound. And as it stands, we're still not sure. Our fixing isn't amazing right now, so the white might or might not be as part of the equation. But another whale's great. Also a navigator, which can loot, which is kind of cute, but not really for us, I think. So take the whale. And Gene Pollinator is kind of interesting for a multicolor deck. I don't think it's that great, though. Impact is a disenchant. That can also make a lander. And that's really it. It's also a 7-drop ship, but I don't think it's like terribly unplayable. We'll try Pollinator. I'm in to try that one out. And a bunch of middling cards that aren't super exciting. Sure. Currently have a lot of playables. I don't think we're playing any of these cards, but sure. Alright, so this is fine. I think we're in, like, okay shape. Like to take a closer look at my fixing right now. We've got a Wayfarer, a Curiosity, kind of a Pollinator, some Scrying, and not too much else. So, a last pick whale?
Inconceivable!
Damn. All right. Pack 3, what do we got? We got Biotech Specialist. That's a good card. It is red-green, but yeah, we got Thawbringer, Relations, Cerebral Download. The Scan ship is the ship that draws 2 discards one, which is pretty good. I think this card's kind of fine. And like a rampy card draws deck. We could also see an argument for just like not for splashing red, not white. None of the other cards here are particularly exciting. I think I was also this card. This card's not that great. Just a draw. Let's take it. I'm in. Let's take it. See what happens. Take Specialist. Oh, I love like the real card. Oh man, I love. Can we just have more of that, please, and not this ugly stuff. All right, so we see a Lash Whip Predator, a card that I'm a pretty big fan of. I had this card at the pre-release, was awesome. Just a huge creature. Can be a. If you're behind, you can do that, which is great. We got the. That's not really us. Relations is okay. Honestly, the Scrapbot's pretty good. 3-1 that makes a lander is just like a fine card, but this is a Pollen. This is a big idiot, I think. So take the Boom Boom.
Good lord. Gigantism.
And another big idiot in Harmonious Grove Strider. Size to the number of lands you control. Sure. I feel like you might just be blue-green. I don't think we're splashing the white at this point. Fixing isn't really there. It's really important to note that there aren't common dual lands in this set, like there have been in most sets. So it is hard to find fixing in your lands. The lander tokens help to do that, but it's not going to be as easy to find. So I think our first copy of Impact is interesting. It's also this download. So this is just 5 mana draw 3 instant, and then you surveil some as well. I guess draw spells. One draw spell's pretty good. Sure. Take the download. Gigastorm Titan. I like this card. I had this card at the pre-release. I had 4 Curiosities and 2 Titans. It was sick. This card's really nice. There's also a removal spell, which can take cards, use cards in exile too, but like, I just want the freaking. Oh, so there's a Curiosity too. I'm sticking with Titan. I think Titan's awesome. We have a lot of 1s and 2s, so. Oh my god. Terrabotanist.
Wait till they make landfall.
That card's great. 2/3 for 2. Eat landfall, gain life. There's a whale also. Sick. Alright, so another Pollinator, which I'm not like super thrilled about. The Grave Ship for some mill. I think the Dragon's like somewhat playable if you're ramping, but not very exciting. It becomes tapped, untapped. This guy is sort of ramp, but let's take Pollinator, I guess. Another Worm is sick. So we're doing a pretty good job here, I think. I'm pretty pleased with our We have a good curve. Excuse me. We scan ship tables. So does the download. Yeah, I think we're just like blue-green splashing for a biotech specialist. I guess scan ship? I don't even know, honestly. There's a lot of cards here, so we're gonna cut the, let's cut the white cards. We're at 26 playables potentially. There's some cards we're gonna cut here, I think, but late relations is pretty cool. Now that we're not playing the Wrath, we are a little more desiring of cheap rule spells. Here's a modulation, tap a thing, draw card. This card just gas, I think. Shattered Wings. All right, so cool. So last pick, Curiosity.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
What a pickup. All right. So I guess our deck was open. I'm not really sure, honestly, but sick. So let's look at our deck. We're currently at 29 playables. Way too many, obviously. So I think 1 Pollinator is fine. I think 2, you're going to run to a spot where if you draw both of them, you're going to be really unhappy that your cards don't do enough. We're like, draw some cards. Let's draw a card. Botanist. We have a lot of 2s. A lot of our 5s are 2s. I think we're going to cut a Whale. We got Wayfinder, Relations, the Hound. Card quality is quite high. Cut the Technician. Lost in Space, Scan Ship. I don't know if Scan Ship's very good in our deck.
Captain, we're getting a signal from the spacecraft.
Draw 2 Scarlet's like not very exciting. Fate Maker's also not very good in this deck. It's a good card generally for us though. Stationing does seem pretty easy to all our warp. I do agree with that. So we got Download, the Titan, which hopefully be in like this range. Strider, Engineering, Freighter. We're just like a big dumb. Maybe we just don't splash this thing. I mean, it's pretty easy to splash, but it's not really that exciting. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ways to make lander tokens. You're not gonna splash this. And we gotta cut 1 more card. So right now we have 3. We have a relic, a scan ship, and a download as card draw. Not a lot of artifacts. This is mostly just adjacent to Ingenuity, which is not really that great in our deck. I think we just do this. So actually, you know what? If we're not playing the multicolored stuff, I think Pollinator goes way down in value. Yeah. So maybe just don't play the Pollinator and play the card draw spell instead. I think we just like, we're kind of like sort of rampy, but like sort of just warpy also, which is interesting. I like the card draw though. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, this is kind of a weird deck. Not really what I thought we would be. I was a 5-color green deck at the pre-release. We played against the 5-color green deck in the last draft, so it seemed like it's like a doable thing. But without common dual lands, it is kind of tough. I think I want the. I'm not going to play the download, I think. So let's play like this. We got even split on lands. I want green, higher priority on green, though. So we'll do 8, 7, 1. Got a little breeding pool there, like that. Can I change the art on that? I cannot, unfortunately. So, all right. So kind of interesting. Just sort of like a blue-green land ramp warpy deck, which is kind of interesting. So what do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? YouTube folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll the comments. Like in the video along the way. Are you a believer or a non-believer? 7 wins. Set a course. Engage. Let's do this. All right. We got warps to do. Chat coming out with me. Bronze to Mythic, episode 2. Welcome to Warp Zone. We got lots of warping. That's fine. We're going to keep this. Get our whale going. Get our surveil on. We should draw land anyway. Cool. So, breeding pool tapped. Say go. Got non-believers in chat. Listen, you want to lose your funny blacks or whatever, you're more than welcome to. Welcome to Warp Zone. Surveil 2.
You're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa.
Interesting. So we kind of want to make land drops because we have a 7-drop in our hands. Drawing cards does help do that. And removal spells aren't bad either. This is pretty good. Like, I mean, what's next turn? I mean, next turn I play Wayfarer. And then I want to go crack a map and whale again. I definitely need to bin one of these. It's probably just a spaceship. Right? It's a 4/4 flyer. Maybe not. This is tough. This is a pretty tough one. Because they're both pretty good cards, but I really just want to draw lands. But I also want to make sure I'm making land ups and curving out too. So maybe Shatter's not necessary. Yeah, I don't know if this is right or not. I'm just gonna do it. We'll see what happens. So go to Warp Zone. Star Breach Whale. Captain. Nuclear vessels. Better enjoy the outfit too, because I am not wearing this every episode. So, going to Warp Zone. It's hot. And we see a Comet Crawler. So 2/3 lifelink. Not that big of a deal. And we're gonna play a land. Play our Galactic Wayfarer. Make our lander token.
A space rock.
Probably best green comet if I had to guess. So, pretty good block on the Crawler. Love our lander token. Best draw here is a land. If we can draw one, that'd be sweet. And we're in the tank. Giving you all a second to like the video, leave a comment, follow on Twitch. A lot of work goes into the show, folks. A lot of work goes into my content. And your support makes that possible, so don't be shy. Hit buttons and draw the land.
Bingo.
Life is good. All right, so we're gonna go land. Engineering. We can actually warp. Oh, we can actually. Oh, this is actually sick. We can warp the engineering, play a land, make it 2/2, sack the lander, make it 2/2. That is awesome. I think this card, the warp on this card, I kind of like glossed over it in the draft, but it's actually really good on this card. So let's warp. It enters play a land, make a robot. Sack the lander, make a robot, and just say go. Let's go. Strip Mine is a misset, yes. So the Strip Mine alongside the Explorer is a possible lock. You can Strip Mine lock, folks. The Explorer gives you the extra land drop and the Crucible effect, so probably have it at some point. So we're looking great right now. We draw a land, we just cast the engineering, make another token. We can just cast a whale. We can cast a whale over here. We got cantrips. We got big boom booms. We got card draw. Looking very nice. Yeah. The curve, the fact that engineering curves so well off Wayfarer is a really important point. And one of the important things to understand about card evaluation is that cards are not evaluated in a vacuum, right? If your card works really well, one of the premier commons in the set that you always want in your deck, that makes a card like this much better. So that's a really cool curve. Turn 3 Wayfarer, turn 4 landfall or warp land sack baubles, great. So he missed on a land drop, which is fine. Our attacks aren't great. They got 5 mana up, folks. What is going on here, right? So 4 cards, 5 mana. Always take a second and pause and think to yourself, what are they doing here? What's going on? I need to be aware of that. But I think we're just gonna cast a whale. We could cast a scan ship and try and we could like scan ship, crew it, but well, these cards are evaluated in the vacuum gem. They're in space. It's pretty good. Cast the whale and see what's up. Surveil 2. Glub, glub. I don't know why does that go water sound? It's freaking. It's a space whale. Land is great. Keeping both these on top. That's pretty awesome. And who else dead? Sure, that's fine. So it was a removal spell. Again, we fire off our emergency meeting, not just for fun in the lulls, but it is fun. But also to remind you to like, hey, you should be aware of the game. You should always try to be aware of the game state, have a good feel for what's going on. Really good limited players instinctively just like have a good vibe for stuff. So We see Moon Circuit Feeder here, which is not going to kill anything. Warning, opponent. That's not the best, but sure. They're going to shrink this into extra. You draw land, so now I think we're just in for this thing. Yeah, I mean, sure. So they have a flyer. You got to be aware of that, but make a thing. We're just going to cantrip here, I think. I keep these cards flowing, so draw a card. Say go. Next turn we could have Whale plus Fight. We can't kill the 4/4 though, so we'll see what happens. So mill a card, and they're milling some stuff. They got 7 lands in play, but they're running out of things to do, whereas we're like super gassed up. Take 4, no big deal. They say go again. Now we're hitting the point where they might be flooded, but I think we still need to be cognizant of things they could possibly have. We draw line number 7 though, and now it might just be Mouth the Storm time, so I think we're just in for that. Yeah, just play a land. We're just playing the Mouth the Storm. Do it!
Good lord.
So this fogs their entire team for the next entire turn cycle. Allows us for a pretty good attack. They block 2 and take 4. It's also a flyer. It's got ward. They have 7 mana. They might be able to kill it, but at least they can't attack me back. Really good payoff for a ramp deck, honestly. Having a big time payoff that can defend you for the turn against any scale size board is really important. So love that. Good stuff. So pretty comfortably in the late game here. We've gotten 4 tokens off of our engineering, which is great. We got removal spells, big idiots, card draw. Kind of got it all going on here. If I'm being a little modest, you know. A little modest, you know, if I can be. How's Captain T. Earl Grey hot? Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Pointless nostalgia.
Is there anybody in here?
Here's a Heidler Blade, which was really, really good for us in our last draft. Putting it on the feeder and saying go. Oh my god, we drew this too? Oh my god. It's a fight. I guess it's supposed to play bad against Pump Spell, but we have multiple follow-up tricks or whatever. So, pump it up, go for the fight. It's got, I guess that's Ward 2. If they had a Pump Spell, we have more Pump Spells too. So, that's pretty good. We win the fight there. And now I think we're just like, we're just coming in for the kill here. I mean, we're at 16, we're taking for $1 million. We can Lost in Space, we can Relations. Kind of like just Lost in Space. And then they have a lifelink guy too. Let's just jam. We're gonna Leroy. And they'll probably block the 2/3 on a 2/2. We can just pump it and then kill another thing as well, which is cool. They're pausing for priority, but we're in phenomenal shape here. We have got, you know, it's very clear that in a lot of the games we're going to play, you know, we are not the beatdown. We are the control deck. Our inevitability is pretty good. So, all right. So they actually play around. Like we're sort of. So we can't kill both things here. Huh. Interesting. So the goal was to Relations pump the 2/3 and then kill the other thing and then kill this too. They made a block, so we can't do that. We might just Lost in Space here. Just hit the lifelinker. I don't think it matters. It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I probably just won the game, honestly, if I just went all out, but this is fine, whatever. Yeah, sure. We'll just go for them. 2, 2, 2, 3. Oh, let's kill this. It kills both. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
We're fine. Everything's good. We still trade here and trade these two. If they have a trick here, we just don't care. Our hand's great. Our board is great. We got the board, surveils, great stuff in hand, 16 life, feeling awesome. Feeling mighty fine, you know?
Now this is pod racing.
They have a depression run. Sure, whatever. So, that's fine. Tokens die. They aren't really cards anyway. They go to 3. We're gonna whale. We're gonna warp. We're gonna say go here and surveil worm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! There's a lot of good stuff there. It'd be really hard to deny how good all that stuff is. So say go. We got Yammer Yager in play. Anyone? Yager? Probably still playing hockey somewhere in freaking wherever the hell he is. They're gonna grab kill. They're gonna kill the mouth. Sure. Takes their whole turn, and yeah, we're good here. So move a thing, attack for lethal. Good stuff. Still playing hockey somewhere. All right, so yeah.
Get off my plane.
You're out of here. You're out of here.
Game. Blouses.
Coming in. That's the game. All right, sweet. 1-0. Great start to our draft here. And of course, I want to remind y'all that first off, we're at silver. We're doing great. And second off, we are brought to you by...
Are you ready to elevate your limited game? Introducing Magic the Gathering Arena Limited Stats by Untapped GG to make every draft count, whether you're a seasoned player or just starting. Our meta tier list shows you the best colors to draft and how popular they are, so you know at a glance what colors to pick. Navigate card ratings to discover the strongest models, or dive deeper with our advanced view for detailed breakdowns. Ever wonder what it takes to get 7 wins? Explore trophy decks from other players, study winning drafts, and replicate their successes. Victory is just a click away at mtga.untapped.gg. Your path to Mythic starts here.
All right, come back in. Game number 2, Curiosity. All right, this card's nice, you know. One of the things you want when you're ramping is a little bit of buffer, you know, a little bit of life. Kind of keep you alive, keep you going. This card does that pretty well. It's definitely a card you need to play a lot of Forest in your deck for. It is, you know, it has the problem of like, you gotta cast it on turn 1 to make it good. But here's a Synthesizer Lab Ship.
Battle cruiser operational.
Not quite a battle cruiser, but more of like a, I don't know, Mutalisk, something like that. But this can animate stuff. Station, sure. So and they play a Sacred Foundry. All right. Kind of where the duels are only rares, not commons, you know. So let's get our island here and do our land stuff.
Make landfall.
If they let me. Cat Mullins, new sub. Welcome. Happy to have you. Joining the Pile Drivers. Appreciate that. We got Pile Driver pre-release this Saturday, folks. Pile Driver pre-release is this Saturday. Where is it? There it is. Boom. A lot of fun. Free event in the Discord for Twitch members and, sorry, for YouTube members and Twitch subs. Free to play, door prizes, lots of fun. Come hang out in the Discord and come play Edge of Eternities with my wonderful community. And I hope to see you there. So yeah, opponent's back. I get to play. I get our land here. And a little off on blue. So, all right, we're going to go land. Drop Pollinator, which is cute. I should play that land first. That was stupid. I should Relic first. Whatever. Better Relic. Relic, draw a card. You don't have to warp the whale. You can just cast it. You know, like, it's not like you're drawing a card off of it, so you're not getting that, like, sick adventure value. And it's totally fine to cast. 3/5 flyer for 5 at Sorrel's 2 is pretty good. So we'll Relic here. We'll draw 2. Hopefully we don't draw Breeding Pool and look like a dum-dum. And then we'll play the Pollinator and just say go. And be ready to rock and roll for our whale. So draw a card. Is it Breeding Pool? If it is, I'm ready for the button. Okay, so we'll play a little Pollinator. Just a little guy.
What are you supposed to do if you are a manically depressed robot?
Yeah.
So they go. And they are going to Avoli Gale Blade. 1/1 flying flash sack. Sure. The line has gone down for this set. So we got 18 drafts in Final Fantasy. We crushed Final Fantasy. What's up, Milk Crate? Happy to have you, my friend. And they're going to hound. All right, so they can draw a card here. Pretty rough. I watch baseball. Not really anymore, no. I used to be a huge baseball fan. I used to watch tons of baseball. I was a huge Yankees fan. I was spoiled. My first year watching baseball was Jeter's like rookie year, basically. Or no, I'm sorry, it's the year they won the '96 World Series. And then when Jeter and Mo and everyone retired, I kind of just like I tapped out. You know, I was spoiled. I'll admit it. All right. So we can guess 5/5s here. Yeah, we're gonna just play the whale, I guess. It's pretty cool. Note that the Discord is for subscribers and YouTube members. It is as a perk. So if you want to be in on that, make sure you're in that space. I think that Terra Botanist is not really worth it at this point in the game. And they're not really aggressive, so keep a land. Next turn we have Grove Strider into Resolve, which is awesome. So huge idiot and a fight.
Space!
Alright. This is a weird card. This is mostly a card, like the blue-white mechanic in this set is all about playing 2 spells in 1 turn. This is kind of a way to do that. You can like cycle away later. Kind of a weird card. It's okay, you know?
Oh my god. Space aliens.
And the opponent's in tank. We're good though. They're warping. This card's really good. Just like 3 mana draw card, 3 mana 2/1 draw card. Pretty nice. Pretty good stuff. What do you got, friend? We got a big idiot. Here's the Hound. Draw a card. Sibdig's Appraiser. And they can crew up. Duremps, you're a sub. Happy to have you. Welcome. No reach of a dinosaur. I mean, to be fair, this is a set with literal spaceships in it. So, like, you know, obviously, yeah. Oh, wow. They're going to hard light containment. So this is a jail effect.
They have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail.
Trying to read it, won't let me. That goes on an artifact. So when the artifact is removed, we'll get our whale back, which is kind of gas, actually. This is on 4 now. Okay. 2020. Interesting game because they've drawn a lot of cards this game, so usually we're not the beatdown. I think we still are a little more controlling, but I don't really want to fight here either. Yeah, we're just gonna Grove Strider. It's kind of cool because they committed to crewing this. Once it's fully stationed, we can just bounce it, get our thing back, and make them set to station it all over again. So we'll just play Grove Strider. And just say go. It's a 5/5. It's got ward. No reach. That's fine. I got a lot of stuff going on here. I got a lot of cards in hand. They've drawn 2 cards off the Hound. It's interesting. Interesting game. Good test of our deck's ability to go long. Jay, new sub. Welcome. Happy to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Pile Drivers. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Look out!
What is going on?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Double Lab Ship. Double Code Cracker Hound. Okay, sure. And a Seam Rip. That part's fine. I don't mind that. Sure. Okay. What's up, Jamar? First time chat. Everyone's side of Jamar. Lab Ship's going, so Lab Ships are going to animate each other. They're, like, kind of doing it. Sure. So, station again. Almost fully there. That being said, we can Lost in Space this and get our guy back in combat, which is pretty awesome. So, I think we're going to say go here. It's going to look a little obvious what we're trying to do, but that's okay, I think. So, let's do this. So, do this, and just say go. So, we're looking to Lost in Space the Lab Ship, probably in combat, and then get our 3/5 back in and block. We're going to Cryo Shatter our Grove Strider. Alright. Sure. It is now a 0/5, and if it becomes tapped or is dealt damage, destroy it. So it does get 1 block, in theory. It's a good card. You know, limiting only 1 block is pretty amazing. They're going to station up.
Attention alien spacecraft, do you read?
Okay. I will not be playing the previous on Saturday. We're having a much long-needed yard sale. They're going to warp. Oh, man, they're going all in here. Oh, my God.
Don't do this! Please, don't do this! Get up! Let's get up! Don't do it! Man, don't do it! Don't do it! Cover your family!
Unfortunately, a little too many triggers for the drop there, so kind of missed the drop, but
Whoopsie.
we're not going to miss on this one. Oh my God, folks, close your eyes. Avert, if you have small children, please avert their eyes, because this is about to be a blowout that only a card like this can make. This is a really risky card to put on a fragile creature, so we're going to target their spacecraft, and
Shields up, weapons online.
Attention alien spacecraft, do you read?
so Lost in Space, and our top card is a lamb. We're going to keep that, I think, because we want to get to our big idiot. We also have this engineering too. Back comes the whale, Surveil 2. We'll keep both of those. And now we're going to block the lab ship. That was pretty good.
That's it, man. Game over.
Okay, so, and now we're going to, now they've got, so we've dealt with the lab ships. They have a hound and a trooper still. We're not going to resolve yet. We're just going to play this engineering. Play engineering, play a lamb, make it 2-2, attack for 3. The 1/6 blocker is kind of cool here, actually, because we can block and kill something, even though it has the shatter on it, which is pretty nice. So this game has turned around quite nicely for us, and again, shows the inherent risk in cards like this. It's risky, you know, and it's one of the primary things I teach in Bronze to Mythic is try really, really hard to avoid situations where you're going to get blown out. You know, that was a particularly nasty one, but you just want to try and not put yourself in spots where things can really go crazy. So, all right, so they're going to station up.
You are within our spacecraft.
You tap this to the bridge, sure. We draw a scan ship. We kind of want to draw some lands here. Scan ship drop. We're going to draw... I guess we'll scan ship. The Code Crackers have been really good. They've drawn 4 extra cards this game, so we're going to scan ship. Let's see what we draw here. Let me draw 2 lands. Perfect. It's actually really, really good. So, play a land, make it 2-2. The station here is 8. So we can do it over 2 turns, I think. So we'll attack with the whale. I guess if the whale attacks, they probably just sack and draw. Maybe we shouldn't actually attack with the whale. Maybe we should just crew our spaceship and get it crewed up for next turn. I kind of like that. So let's draw a card first. So let's just stun this and draw. Dram's happy to have him, my friend. Welcome. Oh, we draw tight. We can't cast yet. That's fine. And we're just gonna station.
You are within our spacecraft.
Everybody have a ship. Get to the chopper, etc., etc. So it's funny because like Cryo Shatter, a lot of the draw of this card is that you rarely are in a spot where you're attacking into it and you're gonna lose your creature. But because this thing is so big and doesn't remove the abilities, pretty cool. So, we're on 7. This thing's on next turn. It's a 4/4 flyer, which is great. Here's the trooper and a counter, whatever. It's totally fine. Bump it up. All right, this is great. The mouth is great. The mouth of Sauron. What? Wrong set. Versus Beyond. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. We draw Cryo Shatter. They're going to block and sack. So, this is 5 mana. Fortunately, you don't really save any mana with the Titan. We should probably just cast this thing, though. Like, whatever. Just cast this, crew attack for 1 million. Sure, I'm in for 1 million. Sounds good to me. Alright, so station up. Overstation. Shrink their whole team. Send in the clowns. Except for the Gross Strider. That one's not coming in. Or it be... Yeah, it comes tap. So yes, attack with this. Coming in. If you're tuning in, folks, welcome. This is Bronze to Mythic, the show where I draft my account for Bronze to Mythic, episode 2, draft 2. Welcome, my name is Jim. Pro Magic player, commentator, full-time content creator. Hi there, hello, welcome. First, hit that follow button, like, comment, subscribe, hit the buttons, do the things, and join me as I learn the space the space set here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am pumped for Spider-Man because on Arena, it's not going to be Spider-Man. It's just going to be a Magic set. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to Spider-Man set in paper. You know, if you know me, I'm not a huge Universes Beyond fan. I love Marvel, I love Spider-Man, but I don't know. You know, I could Final Fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Dungeons & Dragons are all fantasy adjacent. I don't know anything about Dungeons & Dragons or Final Fantasy. For me, those cards were just, you know, Vivi is just a Magic character. But Spider-Man, Taxi Driver, New York Pizza Place are a little dissonant for me. So we're just going to kill them, right? They have one card in hand. We should go for the win here, I think. So we can resolve. Yeah, we're just going to go for the win. So play resolve. Whatever. Put it here. And this. Play a blocker. Oh, whatever, man.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Sure, that's fine. Play a land. I'm just going to attack with all of these. Probably going to see this better, but whatever. So, block some stuff, make some trades. They're at 1. I guess we'll play around the Wrath and just say go. Even though we have a freaking engineering thing in play, so we'll say go. Spider-legged boy. All right, sweet. Cruising and rocking and rolling. Episode 2, Bronze and Mythic. Let's do this. Let's get through Silver. Look at the pips. All right. Okay. This hand's interesting. This is the kind of hand where I think we're just going to hold Pollinator on 1 and cast it on 3 with the Titan. Which is kind of weird, but... Yeah, red shirts are the guys who die in the original series. This is a next generation shirt. Actually... This is a next generation t-shirt. In next generation, red is the command color, not the security color. So on next generation, the yellow shirts are the ones who die on missions, not the red shirts. In case you were wondering, I just wanted to make sure that was actually well known. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna whale. We're gonna warp. All right, so Curiosity and Relic. I'm pretty pleased with both of those, I think. Curiosity is interesting. Next turn is just Pollinator Titan, which is great. Do I have time to play this? Or rather just try and naturally draw land? Yeah, I guess we ship this, right? I don't need it, so. Yeah, look. I don't know shit about Final Fantasy, alright? I don't know anything about Avatar of the Last Airbender or whatever. I don't know anything about a lot of these Universes Beyond things. I know my Star Trek. I know my Star Wars, alright? So don't mess with me when it comes to Star Trek and Star Wars stuff, okay? Alright, so we're gonna Pollinator. We're gonna play our guy. I love this card. I think this card's awesome. It's kind of funny because, like, when they banned Heartfire Hero and Up the Beanstalk, those were a little surprising. But there are so many good cards of the Beanstalk in this set. And then there's also a number of good things for Heartfire. There's the double strike white card for Heartfire Hero too. So Avatar Way of Water. I gotta say, I want to hear some feedback from my YouTube commentators, my Twitch chatters. I want to hear some feedback from everyone. They're attacking here. They're moving to attack position. And they're not gonna pay. So they have what? What do they have here? So hold on. Red alert! Shields up! What is going on here? All right, so they're going to attack with their Harrier. They're going to make a 2/2 temporary robot, and they're not going to spend 1 to grow their Pangolin. So they have 2/2, 2/2, 2/2. Sorry, 2/1, 2/2, 2/2. Attacking into my 1/2 and 4/4. They have 1 mana up here. Focus Fire does 2 plus X, right? So it's probably Focus Fire wanting to kill my 4/4. Focus Fire is 1 white, 2 damage, plus the number of creatures you control to attacker or blocker. Do we care, is the question. I don't think I think this is fine. So, there you go.
Poor predictable
Sure.
bar.
So, deal 5, kill that. Great trade here. Trading our shitty 1-drop for their great 1-drop. And not a bad turn as far as just slowing them down. We brick on a land, unfortunately, which is not ideal. We're going to Relic and trade our land. Island here would be perfect. I'll take a Farce. Beggars can't be choosers. We only have one blue source and a couple of blue things to do. Take 2. This card seems excellent. 2/2 for 2. Every artifact pumps it. And they play a Sami Ship's Engineer. 2/4. Many of your end step, you control 2 or more tap creatures, make a tapped robot token. Not so good against the stun counters here. We do draw a land. They have 3 cards. We can play our Grove Strider, which blocks really well, and has Ward. Sure. I'm in.
Good lord. Gigantism.
Usually, we want to wait on this card and play it a little later in the game. But the Ward does incentivize us to play it kind of early, too. It's kind of good on both sides of the ball, which why this card's so good. So, let's go. Honored Knight Captain. You give me a 1/1? Sure. Sick. So, we slowed him down, which is great. End step, they control 2 and more tapped creatures. So, I think we're just going to cantrip and then play the whale. Ooh, wow. That's interesting. Okay. Now, we really want to make a token. Now, I think we're going to warp this and play the relations and kill the Sami. Which might even lead to an attack. Yeah. So this card is awesome. I'm a huge fan of this card. This card is much better than the Chocobo Racetrack is because of the warp. Being able to warp this thing for a 2/2 and these like middle awkward turns is so nice. So that's a 6/6. And then we're going to attack. See if that'll block or not. And then we're going to relations and kill this for an extra point. And that was a nice turn.
Get off my plane.
Sami, you're relieved of duty and confined to quarters. 6/6, 2/2. Engineering. Land's a good draw, spell's a good draw. Good place to be. Miss Vigilance. I guess. Sure. Terrapack Intimidator.
We're clear to launch, Lander 1.
So they have a 4/3 or they get 2 landers. The landers do pump this thing up to a 4/4, so just give it. So have opponent target, you make 2 lander tokens, decline. Not a very good UI there, but sure, they have a 4/3, whatever. They would just make this into a 4/4 immediately anyway. We draw land, good draw. So put a stun counter up to 1 target tap creature. We just draw this thing anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna play this and make it 2/2. And now I have a 7/7. So they could block this and trade the Intimidator, the Pangolin, and one other thing, which is a great trade, I think. So, wait for that. I'm in. Yeah, in paper, you may have noticed that the words on this card are different.
Waka waka.
This card is actually misprinted in paper. It's missing the U control, but it has been errata because it's clearly what it's supposed to do. So, all right, then we're shut down. So, spit 0, draw card. I guess this is instant speed, not sorcery speed, right? Sure, whatever.
I've been arrogant, and I apologize.
There's no reason to do that our main phase. Yeah, I was actually pretty bad, honestly, but whatever. Because they could attack, maybe not a tap a thing, but sure. So here comes the 4/3, and given the fact that we are definitely excited for the long game here with an engineering in play, a bunch of mana, we're gonna block here. So this is a clear, who's the beatdown kind of spot. We don't want this game to turn into a race. We have the inevitability of a huge creature, a great engine, scrying, more lands in play. So we're happy to make trades at any point. Make a trade, stay alive, don't get cheesed down. Even though we're being 2 for 1 kind of in theory. Zookeeper Mechan.
Space robots.
Sure. Land is great. This card is nice. Alright, attack for 8. This is a nice card. The fact that it has Ward, so when you play it on turn 4 or 5, it's hard to kill. And then it just gets bigger as the game goes on. It's really awesome. So, here we go. We're going to Whale and Surveil. We see the Hound and the Curiosity. Pretty easy Hound here, I think. For a little warping action next turn. Good stuff. And now I'm feeling great about this game. Dark Resub, thanks so much. Thanks, Pile Drivers. Appreciate your support. Cut Propulsion. So this creature does damage to its power, to itself. If it is flying, it's doubled. But they had to spend their whole turn with the Ward here, which is great for us. So we're going to plot this bad boy, or whatever, warp this bad boy and draw a card. Top 2. And spaceship or land. Take a ship here. Take a ship. And draw some more cards. Great inevitability. And worm and whale. Wow. That's pretty interesting. I think we keep the land. Land is worth a 2/2, and then I can crew for 5. Yeah, I'm just got the whale here. So do bump that. Play a land. Take a 2/2. Just in for the air. For a ship here too. So warp it again. Then we just get to crew. Just crew it up. Crew it up. Station up.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
What? What's wrong with my spaceship? Alright, so there you go. Feeling great. Deck's playing pretty well. Which is cool. Some big... And we're not even like that big either. Which is cool.
You are within our spacecraft.
There's a worm flying a ship. Listen, don't ask me. Territorial Bruntar.
Good lord.
6/6 reach, play a land, exile top card. That's a pretty damn good card. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This card having reach to defend is pretty good. They're 10. We're gonna hound. And look at our top cards. Another worm. Jeez. I mean, we're like kind of taking it. Can't really attack yet, but next turn we can probably try to just Leroy, I think. So we're plus 10 cards on them, which is pretty nice. So landfall, and they draw a focus fire, which will deal 5 damage, and it's only this turn. It is not until the end of next turn. I kind of wish they would keyword the exile draw mechanic. I think the exile draw mechanic is like one of the best innovations in the game in the last like 20 years. Like it's like such a great way to give red card draw. It's such a flavorful way. It's awesome. But I wish it was keyworded for like you can play it to the end of your turn, play it into your next turn. They were like the separate keywords because you always get it mixed up. But all right, here comes the Zookeeper coming in for 1 point of damage. We're not going to block because they have Focus Fire. So, take 1. Yeah, it's just right there.
Good old.
You know? Like,
Exact.
and they're going to play Lux Knight Breacher as a 5/5. We draw a land. So, if we Leroy, they eat my 4/4. They can trade 5/5s, eat this, and they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They take 9 damage, and we lose a couple things. And that's jam. We have so much material that I'm pretty happy to win the game for 2 turns here. Send him a clowns. And this might seem weird, right? Because I've been talking this whole game about how we're not the beatdown, right? About we have the inevitability. But putting them to 1 and us at 19 with lethal damage in play is pretty good, you know? And they do have the Bruntar and play draw cards and stuff. So this is not particularly dangerous for us. We're not risking like losing the game or anything like that. We have lethal for next turn. And if things go wrong, we still have good blocks and stuff too. So here's a Bruntar. They reveal a All Fates Stalker, which is a pretty good little alien.
You big stupid jelly.
They get the exile card. They're still dead on board though. Now it's a little riskier though. Now if we go for lethal and they have a trick to not die, we lose everything. So now I'm not as comfortable going for it. It's tough. It's a tough call. This is a pretty tough call. Have lethal on board. But now the opportunity cost is extremely high because we lose basically everything if it doesn't work and probably lose the game too. Or should I wait? Lands or spells are good draws. They're pretty far from getting us here. We're not going to shove here. We're just going to hold. I think there's like probably a 75 to 80% chance that we would have won the game on the spot there. But you're not thinking about that. Again, I keep trying to impress this to everyone. It's not about the best play for this turn. It's about the best play for the entire game. If we're 75% to win the game there, right? 25% of the time, we lose on the spot instantly. If we just keep playing this game out, I think we are more than 75% to win the game. So we want the better odds to win. 21 to 1, engines in play. You know, our next all gas. So I think we have higher odds to win by waiting, even if it is more likely that we would have won the game on the spot there. So 21 to 1. They can't really attack. And they are in the tank. Interesting. They obviously just drew this. So what is the card in their hand that we were scared of last turn that is just sitting there that they're thinking about playing? I suppose they have the Zookeeper, but if you tap for Zookeeper, it's a skiff.
Attention alien spacecraft, do you read?
And the interturn creature. Okay, so that's pretty good. They're gonna get back to their Breacher, which is pretty big. So now we don't have lethal anymore. But we do have any land or spells on their body, and then they need to draw another creature or they're dead. So we draw a whale. Cool. So cast the whale. Once again, we have lethal in play. Surveil 2. Botanist or land. These are both like pretty unexciting cards in this spot. Let's look at our deck real fast. Thanks to untap.gg. We see Mouth of a Storm, Predator, Freighter, Lost in Space, Meltdown Resolve. We have a lot of good cards in our deck. A lot of cards that are better than these, and few of it are worse, right? Because every land is a 2/2 anyway, and the difference between 2/2 and 2/3 is pretty low. So what about them both? And we're just say go. Hard to crew this and stay alive. All right, so this card has to be a spell. It's a good spell. It is Invasive Maneuvers. 3 damage or 5 damage. They control spacecraft, sure. So that was pretty good. That keeps them alive for a turn, but they can't really do much else. It's funny, if they win this game, I think they're going to win this game by decking us, not by damage, because we only have 8 cards left. And I think it'll be hard for them to ever be in a spot where they can attack safely. So, it's pretty interesting. We draw Mouth of the Storms.
Oh, it's lightning helix!
Alright, that's a big one. So, this shrinks. I guess it doesn't actually make our attacks viable, because they're still big things. It's just a big flyer, so sure, that's fine. We just say go. So once again, we have lethal. Lander spell is good for them because they have the Bruntar. 12 cards in deck. Not milling these 2 cards and just keeping them was an argument against decking, I think. But trading Mouth of the Storm for a Bruntar would be awesome next turn. We got game, folks. Man, we are really... And they draw a Weftblade Enhancer. Alright, that's pretty insane draw. This pumps the Bruntar above my mouth. And we're once again, we just need to like draw enough things to go wide. Yeah, I mean, sure. So, put a counter on Bruntar and I don't know what else, but... We draw stuff. That was a pretty good draw. Alright, Freighter time. I'm still scared of decking, but here's a Freighter. Draw 2. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the other... Oh, never mind. I thought this was the card draw one. My bad. Yeah. We'll just kill 2 things and kill them, right? Alright, cool. Love it! Won the game. Didn't even realize it. I thought it was the card draw vehicle. My bad. Sorry.
He's dead, Jim.
Sorry. Alright, I just... Listen, I'm...
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Just said I was smart. Just said I was the winner. 3-0. Bronze to Mythic. Draft number 2. Cruising along. Having a good time. Scoring dubs. Okay, we whaling? We go whaling? We can go whaling here. Find some lands. Right?
Where are they?
Let's do it. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Bingo.
Oh, let's do that. Alright, so we're gonna whale. Whale's more important than worm, I think. And we see a scan ship and a resolve. They're both quite good. Same problem though, we don't actually have land number 3 here. So isn't this the exact same scry as last time? No, it was the cryo. It was the cryo thing, right? But very similar. Okay. It's really easy to crew a ship with the worm. I'm gonna still the resolve. I'm just gonna keep the scan ship. Pop the whale, say go. Wayfinder next turn. Ideally, we draw a land. If we don't, we'll figure it out. Whatever. All right, what do you got, friend? Got a lot of cards. Cards here. We're just putting stuff in the warp zone, you know?
Engage the warp drive.
Picard Tuck. Activate. 8 power, easy to crew. When you have random 2-mana 5/5s, yeah. All right, so play the Wayfarer and say go. They play an Umbral Collar Zealot, a.k.a. What do we call this card? Corey? No, Colin. Colin. And they're going to kill the Wayfarer. Sure, totally fine. That is a good one, Zarkenford. We draw the land? Damn, we're good. Okay. Our hand is really good. I think we want to just lander surveil. Get our forest, get our surveil on. Don't let us shuffle away our surveil, so surveil, and we'll see another whale and a land. So next turn can be scan ship and worm crew, which is pretty good. Yeah, and they'll keep us on top too, I think. That's good. Alright, I'm cool with this. For mana. The life from the worm is nice. This is a nice card. This is my kind of green card. Here's a Comet Crawler, which is honestly, I think, pretty bad. We played it in our last deck, but like, I think it's not a great card. We're gonna play land. We're gonna scan ship first. Play scan ship. Draw 2, discard 1. Alright, and then we're going to see what we draw. We draw another worm. We're dumping the whale here. We're gonna go double worm. So, play land, warp a worm. We're just warping.
Engage the warp drive.
It's a space station. It's too big to be a space station.
And yeah, this is great. We draw a land. We have Mouth of a Storm. Shrink all your stuff and crew. We don't draw land. We have warp. We got just great stuff going on here. Honestly, it's really, really good. So, I'm a fan. Target creature card from your graveyard of the battlefield to skeleton. It has no abilities. What a fun card. Sure, we go to 11. We draw the Hound. Okay. It's a little awkward. We... 3 cards in hand. Need to make sure we don't die. Unfortunately, this card's pretty good. Just like returning random creatures. Just putting more shitters in play, basically. Don't have a way to remove it right now. We didn't draw land for Mouth of the Storm, which sucks. That would have been great. Definitely can try and set up for that next turn. We are going to warp in and crew a spaceship. We might just cast the Hound. Honestly, we should need the blocker. Although our blocks aren't, like, particularly great. But yeah, I think we should do is stay alive. So, let's cast the Hound. Bark, indeed. We draw Breeding Pool. I think I'm cool with Breeding Pool here. Alright, so Breeding Pool tapped. Warp a worm. Gain 2. Station. Say go with 2 blockers in play. It's not bad. Not the worst.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
Would you leave my ship alone, Kylo? Take it easy, alright? Oh, oops. Combat, no attacks. Say go. We are definitely the control deck here. We've got a major 7-drop, a bunch of cards in the exile zone, ready to rock and roll. We want this game to go long. We got 5 drops for literally days. But they got a lot of cards in hand. They're going to play a dubious delicacy to kill my 2/1. That's probably not good. They have a second removal spell. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Double kill spell turn, not what we were looking for exactly. But we do have the Mouth of the Storm will buy us a lot of time, right? This is a huge fog. We have 7 mana in play. We're going to hold this land for the landfall thing, I think. Just play this, fog the turn, make a huge creature, start playing worms and gaining life. I think we'll be okay here. Unless their hand's, like, absurdly good, you know?
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
Well, that was probably the best possible card in the entire format they could have had there. An Edict for my ward creature, but also as a spacecraft. Stationing for -0, perfect. We draw Cryo Shatter. Actually a pretty good draw. This turns off the stupid Harmonist. The station here is... We're actually still in really good shape, I think. So, our whales block the 4/3 really well. Shatter takes out this stupid thing. We get worms going and gaining life. I think we're actually still in great shape, truth be told. I know that was really, really bad for us, but...
I don't believe in a no-win scenario.
Like, now we're at 8. Even if they rip another removal spell, we still go to 3 and then back to 5. We're fighting it off here, folks. We're grinding, all right? Oh, my God. All right. I mean, talk about hitting your spots, right? Just good curve, 5 straight removal spells. All right. We're in trouble, I guess. We're trying. Here we are.
You were out ruining your health and reputation with friends of low character.
AKA Twitch chat. AKA YouTube comments. So they're gonna sack it to surveil and just bring it back as a 2/3. Sure. Draw another land too. You're killing me, man. Alright, I mean, maybe we're just dead here, but whatever. Play the worm. If we draw a land, I'll have wanted to play this land so I could double whale, but that's super unlikely. I'm just gonna play it, whatever. Alright, so there you go. But it's really good at drawing spells. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. They are very good at drawing spells. 5 removal spells in a row. Make it 6. Make it 6! Sometimes you just get beat, folks. It happens, you know. You ain't gonna win every game. It's no problem. Yeah, it was a good game. I respect, you know. No worries. Okay. It's a little sketchy, but I think it's a keep. This is the not. I thought this was the card draw. Never mind. I keep mixing up this being the card draw one. It being a 6-shot makes it a lot worse, actually. All right, so they mulligan also. Yeah, I guess we just mulligan. That's fine. Sure, this is pretty good. So once against the big dumb one, we get double curiosity. I think second curiosity is the mill here. We just don't need 2 of these. So get our ramp on, get our card draw on. Both players are on 6 and they're on the draw, so we have a lot of cards to work with here. Curiosity. Alright, ooh, man.
Battle cruiser operational.
That's a good one. Let me draw a Titan. Oh, I wish I kept my thing. Alright, so yeah. So this is a turns into a glorious anthem that also can grow into a flame creature. It's pretty good. We get a worm or land or no lander, right? So go. Next year we can just go worm and Titan, which is pretty gas, so. Blue-white. Again, blue-white is 2 spells in this deck. It's a review player second spell, do this kind of mechanics. Oh my god. Oh, okay.
We have technology.
Alright, they're gonna warp in the emissary. They're gonna station. Once you station, it's easier to station for the lifelinker too, which is pretty good. Upkeep stop? Why? So hybrid for the warp, right in the actual cost, so they cannot currently cast this card. Oh, sorry. Is that on me? My bad. Sorry.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Alright, so end step. Get a land.
I doubt we should find safety until we make land.
They're gonna warp out. So decent start for them, but I think we're still in pretty good shape. We're gonna warp. And gain some life. Play our 2-mana Titan. I'm a big fan of this card. This card is a nice card. So there you go. Next turn we can 5-drop Worm. We could warp a Hound. Depends on how behind I think we are. And here's a Wedge Light Rammer. This makes a 2/2, which is a 3/3, and cruise into a 3/4 flying first strike. And we're going to go stationing up on their frigate. Okay. Freighter bouncing... Oh no, it returns to non-spacecraft creatures? Damn these designers for knowing what's going on here. Alright, so this is going to be on next turn. Alright. This does not have reach, unfortunately. These both have flying. I guess we just jam, honestly. Just jam. Just play big idiots and say go.
Good lord. Gigantic.
Alright, so 22 to 16, 9 power in play. We can bounce blockers that are not stations or spacecrafts or whatever. So they have a 3/5 lifelink. Here's an Atomic Microsizer, an equipment that makes things into 1/1s and makes things can't be blocked. It's pretty good. A spacecraft can spacecraft the station. Yes, the turducken is back. So they're going to attack and microsize my thing, which doesn't really matter, so sure. Alright. We draw a whale. It's hard to race the lifelinker, unfortunately, which kind of stinks, but... yeah, I mean, it's tough to race. They have a... There are no +1/+1 counters if a tapper's really expensive. I think we just jam play Big Idiot. It's hard to race the lifelinker. We do have a lot of power in play. I just don't really have any better options right now. So, yeah, no reach, you know? Tops of the trees ain't quite space, all right? Gotta go to space. Gotta go space.
Space.
So this is going to be... This is not quite there yet. They're just tapping out. Wow. What's up, Pookie? All right. 14 to 15. But we do have 14 power in play right now. I'm sorry. Is that 15 power? Now, hold on. They have one card in hand. So, do we want to go for it is the big question on everyone's mind. Do we want to go for it? We do have Ward 2. However, if we were to cast this and they were to play a removal spell or a bounce spell response, it is pretty devastating. They got 5 mana open. I don't really want to. I'm not going to lie. I think we're actually ahead right now. And playing the whale as a blocker is pretty good too. Let's attack. We're attacking. Maybe I'm a coward. Oh, they have a counter spell. That would suck. They don't. So here's a whale. Say go. Our top cards are pretty good. I mean, I think we're in good shape. There's a 2-mana bounce spell as an uncommon. There's like even the one mana 2 damage plus a number of creatures and vehicles in play. All right, so they play an Infiltrator, which is the Ophidian that can't be blocked with 2 more spells. Untapped. And they're gonna crew. Sure. So they're coming in. All right. Well, we're gonna. Oh, never mind. I think the microsizer. Sure. So they go to 5. They're dead. Love it. Let's go. You and you. Send in the clowns. No lifelink here. So yeah, I mean, we raced the big lifelinker. Like, we gotta just have a lot of big idiots in our deck. you know, like all the warp cards and the kind of rampy stuff, and that was a cool game. That was pretty sweet, honestly. Love to see it. Also, let's go. Yeah, sounds great. We have Curiosity and Second Curiosity for the Titan too. Sick. Keep. Love it. Go. How about Forest Curiosity? Gain some life. A lot of instead of the life gain between the Curiosities and the worms.
A space rock.
And they play a Mechan Shieldmate. Artifact ETBs, they can attack with it. Sure. So we're just gonna sack our lander. And the next turn could be Warp Titan or Curiosity Titan. Sure, that's fine. So this is looks a lot worse than the usual like 3/3 defender for 2 with set mechanic on it because it's only a 3/2, so it blocks much worse. It is pretty easy to attack with though if you are doing the thing. So, all right, so swing an islands. Ship it. All right, so we're gonna Whale and Titan. Welcome to Warp Zone. Resolve and Engineering. I do like Engineering a lot. We're clearly missing lands. We have a Curiosity. Resolve is pretty cool. We can Resolve and then maybe Curiosity or Resolve our relations. I gotta like this. I'm gonna keep both of these. I've been pretty impressed with this Engineering card. So play this thing and say go. Nice little 4/4. So Calgary Stoners, how's it going, folks? Welcome. Bronze to Mythic. Happy to have you. Finishing strong. I'm trying to. Just a casual 2-mana 4/4, you know. Tarmogoyf, eat your heart out. Land 4. And they play a. They're gonna warp in the Mechazoa thing, which is a stun 5/5.
Sure. We're dropping out of warp.
And we. I kind of want to keep this thing. We could just kill this, you know. And also, high toughness against a red deck is pretty sweet too. And then we could like leave up relations or just play Curiosity. I like that. Let's just do this. So, get our fight on, get our butt on, kill this. Should play Curiosity and say go. I don't think we're gonna crack the lander end step. I think that we'll just untap, warp this, make a 2/2, and go from there. I think that is the plan. All Fates Scroll. Interesting mana rock. You can buy out, draw some cards for a lot of mana. Stun my guy. Sure. Totally fine. So that's fine. A little stun. Relic is a nice card. It is a nice one. Alright, so we're going to untap. We're not going to sack. Just going to warp in. And pop that out there. Crack this while it's in play. Get a forest and say go. Start building our board. We draw land next turn. We can just cast the thing and play a thing. We don't draw land, we can play a whale. We got big idiots. We got some removal spells. We got the board. Looking pretty good here. This card's nice, but it's like fine. It's the 5/5, so we can just kill it. They stun again, whatever. We draw a non-land. Maybe I like just whaling here. Just getting on the board. We could just like, while we're tapped out, kill it, but we waste 2 mana by doing that. So, just cast the whale. Get the whale, say go. Get our surveil on. We see land and relic, which are both two pretty good pickups. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And then no attacks. So we can go engineering plus land. We can go land into freighter, bounce 2 things. Good amount of options here. Alright, I mean, their attacks aren't good. I mean, now their attacks are good, but sure. That's fine, honestly. No blocks. Now it's just a question of will they block or not here. So if we attack here, and they block, we blow them out of the water. We give them +1, +0, kill both things. It's insane. If they don't block, though, we just, like, kill a thing and waste a bunch of mana. It's funny because it might actually be worth it just to like freighter bolt these things back to their hand. Even though they can recast them, the tempo of recasting a 6-drop our board is much better suited for that. I just kind of like that. We're just going to go land, bounce both their things, and attack. This looks weird, right? We're bouncing 2 ETB creatures, but they have nothing else going on. Oh my god.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
A null is unreal. Alright, well, that's that. I mean, I would have counted this, right? But sure. Null is pretty nice. Here's a good rare Impossibility Technician. And they hit Orbital Plunge. That's pretty insane. Alright, well, that was pretty good. They ran Runner here of Technician. It's a perfect spell to kill my Titan. And now we're probably dead. Yeah, I mean, that was very good. That was pretty insane. Annul is... 1-mana counterspells are so hard to play around, and when they hit, they just swing the entire game, tempo-wise. Pretty insane. So, I guess we just take this. I mean, we can't draw a land. We have this Relations. If we... Can we Relic, sack, and draw land off the Relic? That's a way to possibly win. We can't kill this. This doesn't kill 5/5s anymore, which is like so sick. And we knew we were drawing a land for this. Yeah, I just like get lucky with Relic, I think, and draw a land or something. I don't even know. Didn't draw a land. All right. I think we're dead. That was a pretty disgusting sequence for them. Their deck doesn't seem particularly incredible, but that was just an absolute blowout. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. Like that Annul was unreal. All right, we'll just say go. We still got game here. We can Lost in Space, I think, I guess, and try and go from there. Double block, Lost in Space. Maybe draw land for Mouth of the Storm. Damn. That was something, yeah. All right. We're okay. Everything's okay. It's totally fine. Please attack. Attack and don't have a counterspell, basically, is the recipe for us to have a chance this game. Lost in space. Keep it down.
I'm in control here.
You can turn us around. Wow, alright. I mean, that went okay for us. Could have been worse. No danger, Roboton, unfortunately. Don't got that one. Alright. We're just gonna surveil 1, draw 3. Okay. This card is quite good. The card it exiles, as long as you control a Kavo, you can play the card exile with it, which is pretty powerful. So, all right, they play land, and they play. Dude, you need to slow down with these rares, all right? Take it easy. Take a load off. So, sure, we can draw a worm. We can ship. Our hand's really good, though. I don't even want to ship. Damn. Damn. I think our goal is to... Shipping and then worming is pretty good. Alright, let's just start here. Let's just ship. Here's a ship. See what we draw. We draw another worm. The worms are so good. No! All these cards are so good. We're definitely gonna worm here and go to 5 and crew the spaceship. Land 7. Maybe it's actually just a land. Because I think we're happy just drawing... If we're happy just drawing... like, we don't need to draw land next turn to, like, do stuff. I think it's a land. Do that. Warp this. We have the ship active next turn. We're gaining some life, which is kind of nice. We got bunch of bangers. We can warp and relations if we have to. We draw a land, we can mouth. We don't need the land. I mean, if we draw a spell, it's great too. I think this is fine. And here's Technician. The card's really good, but exile top card's a land, sure. So they got their sick value of this card, drew a bunch of cards. But they got a lot of cards in hand still, and this thing can draw 3 more cards for 7 mana. So they're just gonna raw dog the Zoa and Stitch. Oh my god. Alright, that's pretty insane. Alright, I guess we're dead. Maybe that's enough. That's a lot of good rares. We 2 mana for this, 3 mana for that. That's just not enough, yeah. We can 2 mana. If I can draw... Nope. Just let's take 3. Yeah, we can like draw land and go like stun a thing, worm, relations. We still die to this one because we're at 3. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough game. That I know was insane, and they had a really good follow-up with some good rares, and that's just that, I guess. So, all right, it's fine. We'll take it. No worries. These things happen.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
All right. Hand's playable. We're going to keep. Need a land, but I think we're okay. Good game, Cam. Turn 2 Relic. We got a bunch of great 3s. Fall behind. We have the Predator, which is nice. So let's do it. There are 4 lights. We draw a Terra Botanist. So you gotta draw a card here. Which on the land drop. So Relic draw, not a land. Okay. I mean, Botanist buys time too. So blue black and a Beam Saw. We just draw the lands. No problem. And now what do we want to do? A lot of options. We can play Wayfarers, get our bauble going. We can hound. We can hardcast it. We can warp it. Let me try Wayfarer. If you draw a land, you can go Botanist, sack a lander, gain some life. Guarantee lands either way. Good block here on the Beam Saw. It's all good. Snap block. Love it. You should never, ever not block in that spot. You always need to consider what is the... It's never about, oh, they have a trick, I should block. It's about what does the game look like if they have a trick. They waste their turn 3 to kill my shitty 3/3 that already did a thing. Awesome. That's great for us. So, we draw a land, which is sick. We're going to attack. And they didn't even have anything, which is really weird. So, but sure. We're going to play our Terra Botanist. Botany Bay. Botany Bay. Sure. That's fine. So, we kind of got cheesed by the Quench because he wanted to get up to gain a life. It's really not the end of the world. This Quench would have hit something anyway. And again, we didn't get got. All right, because that was still a good exchange for us. We sacked the lander and started playing 5 drops. Awesome. Gone! They play a Grav Blade Heavy. 4/4 death touch. Sure. So crack a lander. Get a Farst. And we draw a Titan. That's pretty sick, actually. That's a good draw. So now we can warp in our Hound and just play the Titan. And we got Curiosity or Forest. I think we should take the natural Forest here. Captain Jack resub, good stuff. Play Titans, there you go. Feeling pretty good here. We got a bunch of beefcakes in our hand. We got card draw. We got lots of good things going on. Yeah, big fan of this card. This card is really nice. This is the kind of card where, like, if your deck is just built right, it just pays itself off. You don't need to do any work. Your deck should already have 1 and 2 drops in it, so. Timeline Color. Good card. Really good card.
I mean, we're space aliens. It's a miracle we can even speak English.
Let's see if they have their universe translation on it. So we draw another land. So now we have Strider, Predator. We can cast this thing for this much. We can Relic. I think I'm pretty happy trading Titan for the heavy. I think we're just going to go for an attack to start and see what happens. And then from there, I'm not really sure. We can play Hound, we can play Big Idiot, we can play a variety of things. They're going to block with the Timeline Color. Timeline Color is going to die. Sure. That's fine. We... warp this. I mean, playing a Big Idiot into their Death Toucher is kind of tough. I think we just Hound to see what we draw. Sidney's Appraiser. We're only going to rush here. Our hand's pretty great, so... And Hound will reveal us a Breeding Pool or a Whale. Definitely don't need the land, so let's take the Whale. Warp in the Whale. It's a warping whale. Relations land. Sure, this is great. I think we're going to hold this land to play around Virus Beetle and just say go. I mean, we're in seemingly great shape here. Like, board's great. They got some stuff here. The color looks like it just kind of like chump blocked and comes back for 2 life, which is not the way I think you want to use the card, really, but it's fine. All right, what do you got, friend? We both got 4 cards in hand and 6 mana in play, but we are currently way ahead on the board. And we have the Warp card and the Relic. Here's a Freighter. Bounce 2 things. Unfortunately for them, all the things they can bounce are just insane value. So, sure. Bring it on. Sinister Reset, thanks so much. Sure. That's totally fine. And they're going to station up here. Maybe this is a 4/7. It's a pretty big creature. They station, they say go. We draw Relations. So now we can go, Whale. We can go 5-drop and Titan, which feels pretty good. Is Whale the best 5-drop? We just cast a Worm. I think it's still the Whale. Yeah, sure. Alright, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. And Cryo Shatter on top, also pretty good. Yeah, this is great. I mean, we're just doing the thing. We're drawing cards. We're playing Big Idiots. Void Forged Titan. Timeline Color. Sure. So they're gonna crew their vehicle here. Bring it on. They will draw a card off Titan, but they will also lose a life. Vehicle's in. They can mill me, I suppose, and I can lose the Cryo Shatter. So be it. Next turn we have Relations, Wayfarer, Predators for 4. This card's great. They are not going to attack. Sure. I mean, this is like phenomenal for us. So, yeah, so we just shit on everything here. 3, 2. Then we shatter the heavy Diplomatic, the Freighter. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not big enough yet. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not big enough. Okay, that's fine. We okay. We can shatter the Freighter and kill the heavy. Shatter Freighter, kill heavy, play Wayfarer, or leave this tapped. Those are all really good scenarios. Sure, let's do that. Shatter this, and giving Vigilance here is pretty good too, so we're going to do that. Or Relations. And we have Wayfarer or leave this tapped. We attack for 10. and they're at 2. So they block, take 5. We don't actually have a way through. Maybe we just tapped, yeah. Sure. Stun this thing, yeah. So, draw a card. It's actually a land, too. Sure. Warming up, Sego. They're at 7. We have lethal on board, and they're tapped out. They're tapped out. Our hand is absolutely juiced. Got nice lands, though. Respect. Respect for the Mirage lands. Play a Spirit Wall. I think this card's pretty bad. And a Soul Color, sure. So draw a land. I mean, I guess we don't have lethal yet, but we're getting there. You play this thing. You play Grove Strider. So combat, definitely you. They block. This is a block here. I'm just gonna jam. Just send it in. Leroy, coming in. Cool. Alright, and then we're gonna play the worm, not the Grove Strider. I can save some sort of sweeper or something like that. There's a Dimir sweeper, so it's like 6 mana Wrath, mill half your library. So we'll play around that. Our follow-up is great if they have it, so. If you're shooting folks, this is Bronze to Mythic. Show our Dev Mind Count for Bronze to Mythic. This is Edge of Eternities, the new Magic the Gathering set. My name is Jim, pro Magic player, full-time content creator. Hi there, hello, and welcome. Captain Jean-Luc Picard, tea, Earl Grey, hot. I'm going to tap my dude down, sure. What's up, Jim? Planes. Sure, that's fine. All right. Kill a Hound. They're not going to kill the Hound. What is going on? Oh, there's conceding. All right, sure. All right. We get it. Chill, Jiggler. Thanks for sub. Appreciate that. The opponent's just conceding in a funny way. So, all right. You do your thing, and we're gonna attack and kill you. That's cool with you. All right, cool, sweet. All right, 5 and 2. Let's go. We're doing it.
He's dead, Jim.
All right. Ant's great keep. We're warping forever, forever and ever till the end of time. Never not warping. They say, what are you doing, Jim? I say, I'm warping. Welcome to Warp Zone. I don't think that's very good in our deck. Keep a land. We haven't drawn it very often, but like it looks horrendous there, so. Here's a drone. Okay, so we're just gonna whale again, right? We're just going whaling. We're just going whaling. So surveil again. And this time we see spaceship and a land. Sure, just keep spaceship. And play land. So there you go. Yes, Riot resets on Thursday at some point. I mean, whatever. We'll just play a draft off stream and get back to where we were. Gotta have the premiere of a show when the set releases, you know, so. Just working in the confines of Wizard of the Coast gives me, as far as scheduling goes. Here's Trooper to pump the drone. That's pretty good. The drone's a really good card. Is a 2 mana 1/1 that comes with a counter on it. And then whenever it dies, you modular. And just being a 2/2 with a counter on it helps with other synergies. And then has more synergy beyond that. So this is a good card. This is a very good card. I think we're going to ship here. Just find land 5, start crewing this thing. We draw. Oh my god. Alright, this is not an engineering game, so. Ship engineering. The cryo shatter is pretty cool, but it's pretty bad on the drone. You need to be aware of that. Alright, so here's the Grav Blade Heavy. Phenomenal target for cryo shatter. And we draw relations. We're gonna have some relations here. Alright, so we're gonna worm. Worm and crew.
Battle cruiser operational.
We're gonna shatter up and say go. Warp zone is getting pretty full here. I don't know how Warped Space is feeling, but they call me Captain Worm. I fly my spaceship around and I do the things I can. I'm not a real captain, but I... No! Exosuit Savior! I think this card is pretty bad, but it is very good against enchantments that lock down creatures, so that's devastating. That's really bad for us. Okay. We got some work to do, folks. We don't draw land? Is this a joke?
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Am I a joke to you? Alright. We have 7 cards, we can't cast any of them. There's a land and a worm, it's good. Alright, we're in a crew.
Shields up, weapons online.
So they go. The good news is that we can cast this thing for cheap if they keep getting ahead on board. And they're moving to attack position. Okay, I mean, if they have a trick here, we're just walking right into it. There's no real upside. We can't really relations successfully. I'm going to block the smaller creature. In the hopes they want a modular as a possibility here. I think we're probably just going to die anyway to a trick or whatever else, but... they got Dual Sun Technique, and that actually worked out really well for us. I really wisely played around Dual Sun Technique by accident.
You know, I just do things.
They would have drawn a card if they used it on the Durn, so that's pretty cool. And they play a Carver, and we draw a land. So, now it's time to start playing 5-drops, and just keep playing 5-drops till the cows come home. Here's a worm. We're not drawing a land next turn, but... Alright, here we go. They have a lot of cards in their hand. Pretty annoying. Alright, how about another one? They still call me Dr. Worm. Frickin' space worms? That's horrifying. Okay. It's funny how this card was like a rare, but also surveilled too in a past set, but here's the heavy. I would love to draw land here. Drawing a land would be pretty awesome for a freighter. That's not a land. It's not bad, I mean... We can Predator and Curiosity or Relations down something. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, sure, let's do this. Play an Idiot. Play Curiosity. Gain some life. Say go.
See that land over there?
They got 4 cards in hand. It's a tight game. We're, like, really trying to turn the corner. Hey, love it. Up the squad, little guy comes in. Drawing a land here would be pretty insane. Still no land. Alright. We have guaranteed freighter next turn. If we draw land, we have mouth too. I think it's time to just turn the corner and start attacking. Yeah, I'm in. Let's freaking go. Part of the allure of just getting on board is this happens, where like you can just like one rule spell and all of a sudden the texture of the game just really shifts. Like now they're at 9 and we're at 10 and we have lethal damage in play. We have the bounce spell and the fog. So they have some more stuff here, but our blocks are pretty good with the vigilance. We got a lander coming. I think maybe we have too many whales in our deck. I think I was over-evaluating the whale a little bit. It's certainly good, but I think getting whale flooded is definitely a problem. So, alright, so they pump the thing and they go. They have 3 mana up and 3 cards in hand. We'll get an islands. We draw the land. think it's just time to mouth and jam. I mean, bouncing the Carver and the drone and forcing a chump block is pretty damn good too. But if I mouth, their blocks are horrendous. They do get to move the drone over though, the drone counters. Trying to figure out how this goes wrong for me. You know, with three cards and 3 mana up, what's the what play plays around things going wrong better? I think this is fine. Shrink the squad, bashing in for lethal. This still moves 4 counters in theory, but all right, go to 4. Token and a Death Toucher. We got the freighter though. I think we're in, folks.
In case of a water landing, you may be used as a flotation device.
I think we're in. Here comes the... What? They're splashing for a green card, and they're packing it up.
After it was all over, he took us in the house to serve us pancake.
Love it. Playing for a trophy. Let's do it, folks. Trophy match time. After my bedtime, let's do it. Forest. All right, we're in. Still a little whale flooded, I think. That's fine. Red, green. Engineering is nice. I like this card a lot. All right, let's just whale here. Actually, let's draw a card. Forget whaling. Draw a card. Make some land drops. We go engineering, land drop, shatter. Ooh, that's a really good card. That's a really good card. Edson. So unfortunately, Cryo Shatter cannot stop this card. Yeah, it's tough. All right, so it sucks as we have like the engineering land shatter play, which is pretty great, but I guess we just engineering and make a 2/2 and say go. Let's play a land, say go. I mean, we could shatter next turn, stun a thing, draw some cards. So far, our first two decks were really cool. You know, our mono black deck was really fun. Just doing some cool stuff. This deck is very different, but also kind of in a fun space. So, no idea what's good yet, of course, because this is our second draft, but we're going to Drix. Alright, sure. Untap and draw another land. So, we can shatter this, tap this, draw some cards. Sure. And just start playing 5 drops. Sure. So stun this. Draw a card. That was a pretty good draw. I'll just shatter this. And attack for 2. And fire up a Curiosity. And just start playing whales. Whale into engineering land into mouth. It's pretty good. We got some good top end in this deck for sure. Gain some life, say go. This card is very powerful. Ever draw a card of this card, you are pretty far ahead. Here's a Seed Ship Agrarian. Landfall. Becomes tapped, make a lander token. Okay, that's a pretty good card. Sure.
I doubt we should find safety until we make landfall.
I think we're on 5/7 and pray. Yeah, I mean, this card is awesome because when you're behind, cards that are good when you're behind, they get better when you're behind, are wonderful. Here's a land. Adds a counter.
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
Well, that's a pretty unbeatable rare. This card is... If you can't kill this card on the spot, you cannot win. It is impossible to win. Yep, that's just... All things have trouble because of this thing, and this grows by 2 every... Yeah, just there's no beating that one, folks. Hate to break it to you, we are not getting a trophy this time around. We're going to play... I don't think it matters, but let's play engineering. And just play a land. And, pass the turn. So every turn, it's exponential. 2 counters every next turn, 4 counters next turn. It's pretty good card. Oh my god. Okay. It's for its power. Alright, so our opponent attacked for lethal on turn 6. Just a normal game, I suppose. If only we had the Wrathy first picked, yeah. That would be our only out here. Alright, well, I guess GG. Yeah, some games you just can't win. I don't know what to tell you. So, GG, you are victorious. No trophy in draft number 2, but I like our deck a lot. I feel like our losses seem mostly kind of crappy. So, that's fine. No worries. It's cool. Alright, so I liked our deck a lot. I think our deck was sweet. I think that we were a little whale heavy and maybe like one good interactive spell. You know, I think we're also missing a rare, right? How many rares are in this deck? Like, usually when you play your, like, you know, kind of big go green decks, you're usually doing that to play rares. We didn't have any rares, right? Bound, Tracker. No, we had no rares. So for a deck with 0 rares in it, I'm pretty happy, honestly. You know, 6-3 with no rares. Could have easily been 7 wins. We lost some upstart. We have Breeding Pool. All right. You need to take it easy there, chat. All right? Come on. What are we doing here? All right. But yeah, for a deck with actual no rares in the play booster error, and we could have easily gotten 7 wins. You know, we lost some pretty busted decks. I'm fine with this. It's actually pretty cool. The rares are our sideboard, right? We got the Biodeck Specialist and the Wrath. But yeah, cool stuff. Cool deck. Cool episode. Episode 2's in the books. And YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. Peace.